Hey, it's Gav from Hiking for Health, and today's challenge is the Monsal Trail in the Peak District. It's 8.5 miles long from end to end, so today's walk is about 17 miles. There's lots to see and do on the way. I'm parked up in WYEDALE car park, so let's get started. So today's challenge, the Monsal Trail. I've been meaning to do this in its entirety for a while now, there and back. And the opportunity's here, so let's get to it. I brought the drone, so I may use the drone at various points. But obviously there'll be a lot of other people on the trail, and I don't want to cause a fuss. So I'm looking forward to stretching the legs, and there are lots of cafes and pubs on the way, so it might be a nice opportunity to sample some of the nice food perhaps. So a little bit of history of the Monsal Trail. It links an area of former railway, the former Midland Railway, between Blackwell Mill and Coombs Road near Bakewell. And it runs 13.5 kilometres. So there are a number of tunnels on the route. This is the first one. If you're heading in this direction, of course. And the trail is closed to vehicles, but open to cyclists and walkers. The temperature change when you enter one of these tunnels is immediate. So Cheedale is just down here. It's a spectacular walk, although it can get very boggy and muddy in the late autumn months and winter. To do Cheedale, you can camp at Beechcroft Farm, which is just off the A6 between Bakewell and Buxton, and then the walk from the back of Beechcroft Farm takes you down here, and then you'll exit through that stile and come onto this viaduct, and there's always climbing and abseiling going on around here. And then from down here you can enter the Cheedale walk. So just at the top of the viaduct there's some steps which lead you down to a viewpoint, so you can watch the abseilers if you wish, and you can also enter the Cheedale walk too. So just down here at this former station, there is a cafe. Now, I've not had breakfast this morning yet, as it was a very early start. So I'm probably going to stop here for something to eat and a drink. So I wonder how many people over time stood here waiting for a train, ready to go to work or going somewhere on holiday maybe. And now it's a tourist attraction, the Monsal Trail. The former ticket office here at Millersdale reopened in 2019 as a cafe. So if you're on the trail and you need some refreshments, and you can stop there and grab yourself a cup of tea or something to eat. Now just down here is the Anglers Rest pub. I've been in there before on a previous holiday here and can recommend it. So this is underneath the Headstone Viaduct at Monsal Head, which you can walk underneath, and there are spectacular views around here. And in this field there are usually cows that are grazing, and they appear to be very friendly ones, as there are lots of people walking about and they don't seem fussed at all. In fact, there's a dog off its lead over there and they don't seem to be bothered at all. Okay, so let's walk underneath it. So this is the Headstone Viaduct, and at Monsal Head, which overlooks it, there are magnificent views, so you can take in all the surroundings of the area. Definitely worth a visit if you haven't seen it. And just up there, where you can see the roof of the pub, that's the Monsal Head area, where you can settle into a viewpoint with a cup of tea and just soak in the atmosphere. So it's a little bit extra off the Monsal Trail to see the views at Monsal Head, but it's certainly worth it when you get up there. So this is the Headstone Tunnel, which leads onto the Headstone Viaduct. So I'm about 3 miles from finishing the Monsal Trail. Well, the first leg of it anyway, and then I've got to turn around and go back again. But it's all in the challenge. What I think I'll do, I've done a lot of the sightseeing on the way here, so on the way back I'll just make it all about the getting back to the start. It's quite interesting when you're walking and you realise how much you're putting into the walking, and the cyclists are coming past on their some of them electric bikes. So it's about 25 degrees at the moment, which is rather pleasant, especially in the shade. But there are parts of the walk that are in direct sunlight. So right, so I'm coming up to another cafe, which shows there are plenty of stops along the route for you to get refreshments for the trail. See, I started here all the way across here, So I'm there at the moment, and I've just got to get down to the Coombs Road Viaduct. But not before I grab a drink. So this section takes you mainly past Bakewell, the periphery of the town, to Coombs Road, and then at that point you've reached the end. So that's the first sign of Bakewell over there. We can just see the church spire. As you get near the end of the walk, it quietens down quite a lot, away from all the more touristy places. So it's about a mile away from the end of the trail. It's been a good day. The walk has been fantastic. The views have been awesome also. Now when I get to the end, I turn myself around and do it all in reverse. So at this point we've nearly made it all the way around Bakewell. So it's just to find the end, Coombs Road. If you haven't visited it before, I'd recommend Ashford in the Water, in between Bakewell and Buxton on the A6. And it's not too far to get from Ashford in the Water to Monsal Head, which gives you the view of the Headstone Viaduct. So if you didn't want to do the whole trail, you could just make your way to Ashford in the Water, have a look around. It's a lovely day. And there's lots to do in this area. There's Chee, Lathkildale, the Tissington Trail, of course the Monsal Trail. But there's a lot around in a short distance. So a great place for adventuring. And of course you've got Bakewell and Buxton Mill as well to go into in the evenings if you wanted to. Right, so I've officially reached the end of the trail, which is at Coombs Road near Bakewell. So it's time to turn around and go back. So that was well worth making the effort for. What a super day. So this is the Headstone Viaduct on the return. I'm just about to walk over it. Now it's a lot clearer than it was this morning. So it looks like I've got it all to myself. So I'm coming up to about halfway on the way back. So that's 3/4 of the hike done. Nearly there. Right, so that's officially the end of the Monsal Trail. There and back, 17 miles in the bag. Thanks for watching.